The world is not built for the honest, the emotional, or the overly transparent, and Niccolo Machiavelli understood this centuries ago, long before modern psychology gave it scientific names, because he saw human nature for what it truly is, not what people wish it to be. And if Machiavelli were alive today, he would not be surprised by betrayal, manipulation, fake loyalty, or silent competition. He would expect it, because power has never belonged to the most moral person in the room, but to the one who understands perception, timing, and restraint. And the biggest lie society teaches you is that being good is enough, that being kind will protect you, that honesty will save you, when in reality, honesty without awareness turns you into a predictable target, and predictability is weakness in a world that constantly measures advantage. Because the moment people fully understand you, they begin to anticipate you, and the moment they can anticipate you, they can control you. And this is where Machiavelli's psychology becomes dangerous but necessary, because he never taught cruelty for pleasure, he taught control for survival. He understood that people are loyal to their interests first and their morals second, which is why he warned that men forget the death of a father faster than the loss of their inheritance, meaning emotions fade, but self-interest does not. And in modern life, this plays out everywhere, in workplaces, friendships, relationships, and even families, where support exists only as long as you are useful, agreeable, or harmless. And the moment you set boundaries, gain confidence, or stop explaining yourself, resistance appears. Not because you became bad, but because you became unpredictable. And unpredictability removes other people's sense of control over you, which is why Machiavelli would advise you to speak less than necessary. Not because silence is weakness, but because silence forces others to reveal themselves. And while they talk, explain, justify, and expose their intentions, you observe. And observation is power. Because the one who reacts emotionally gives away their leverage, while the one who stays calm controls the frame. And this is something manipulators fear deeply. An emotionally disciplined person, someone who does not rush to defend themselves, someone who does not overshare their plans, someone who does not seek validation. Because such a person cannot be easily read, easily provoked, or easily used. And Machiavelli understood that fear is not created by aggression, but by restraint, by the quiet awareness that you cannot be easily influenced. And this is why nice people suffer the most, because they confuse transparency with trust and availability with loyalty, when in reality, transparency builds predictability, and availability builds entitlement. And once people feel entitled to your energy, time, or emotions, they stop respecting you. And respect, not love, is the foundation of power, because love depends on mood and benefit, while respect depends on boundaries and consistency. And Machiavelli would never advise you to be hated, but he would warn you against being easily liked, because easy likability invites exploitation, while controlled distance creates value. And in today's dark psychology, this translates to emotional detachment, not coldness, but control. The ability to feel without being ruled by feeling, to listen without reacting, to observe without revealing, because the strongest position is not dominance, but neutrality, the state where others cannot tell what you think, what you feel, or what your next move will be. And when people do not know where they stand with you, they become cautious, and caution is respect in its purest form. And this is why Machiavelli would outsmart everyone today, not by manipulation, but by patience, by letting others underestimate him. Because underestimation is a gift. It makes people careless, and careless people expose their weaknesses willingly. And once you understand someone's fears, desires, and patterns, you no longer need to fight them. You simply position yourself above the game, because real power is psychological, not physical, and it belongs to those who understand that the world does not reward innocence. It studies it, breaks it down, and uses it, which is why the ultimate Machiavellian lesson is not to become evil, but to become aware. aware that kindness without strategy is vulnerability, honesty without timing is self-sabotage, and openness without boundaries is an invitation to be controlled. And once you internalize this truth, you stop trying to prove yourself, stop explaining your intentions, stop reacting to disrespect, and start moving silently, deliberately, and strategically. Because in the end, the most dangerous people are not loud, emotional, or aggressive. They are calm, observant, and unreadable. And that is the psychology Machiavelli mastered, the art of power without noise, control without force, and dominance without ever revealing your hand.